Hi everyone, welcome to the CA revision question session. In this session, I'll be discussing about a question relating to economic order quantity or EOQ model. Okay, so let's go through this question. Sam Company uses the economic order quantity, which is EOQ model for its inventory management. The annual demand The annual demand for raw material is 95,000 kg. Demand is evenly distributed throughout the year. The cost of placing an order is 12 rupees. The cost of placing an order, the order cost is 12 rupees, and the cost of holding unit of inventory for a year is 3 per unit. How many orders should the company place per year? So you have been asked to calculate the number of orders that should be placed in a particular year. So how do you calculate the number of orders? So basically, the number of orders is calculated based on your demand, annual demand divided by the quantity ordered. So this is how you calculate. So then you will get the number of orders. Now in this question, the annual demand is given. Annual demand is 95,000. Okay. So what is the quantity? So what is the quantity to be ordered? So that quantity is not given. So you need to identify, you need to determine the quantity which is the economic order quantity. So if you can identify economic order quantity, since you are given the annual demand, you can easily identify the number of orders to be placed. Okay. Now, before we move on to the answer, let me explain about the meaning of economic order quantity. What is economic order quantity? So we should know what is the economic order quantity. Before I move on to the question, let me explain about briefly economic order quantity or EOQ model. So what is EOQ? So basically, uh, the EOQ means it refers to the optimum amount of an item that should be ordered at any given point in time. Okay, what is that? The optimum amount of an item that should be ordered at any given point in time. So that what will happen, the total annual cost will be minimized. Okay, so what is the optimum order quantity to be ordered? So that will minimize our annual uh, inventory cost. Okay, this optimum order quantity should minimize our annual inventory cost. So when you say inventory cost, annual inventory cost consists of, we need to purchase material, so purchase cost. Then when you purchase, you need to order the quantity, so you have the order quantity. Okay, you need to order cost. Then after ordering, you need to store the items. Okay, so storage cost, or we can say holding cost or storage cost. So these are the main components of annual inventory cost. Basically, the purchase cost is the number of quantity you order times the purchase price. So it varies depends on the quantity that you order. Okay, and the ordering cost means it depends on your annual demand. Okay, so your annual demand divided by the quantity you order times the ordering cost. We say CO, the ordering cost. Then holding cost is the storage cost. Okay, how do you determine that cost? So basically what we do is we have to take the quantity we order. Okay, the quantity we order divided by 2 to get the average stock times CH. Okay, so why do we need to take the average cost? This is what we need to we should know why we have to take the average cost. We need to take the average cost because holding cost varies according to the number of units that a company holds for a particular period. So which means the quantity ordered will vary according to the consumption. Accordingly, the holding cost also will vary. Now, if you take the stock movement, if you take the stock movement, let me explain you in this way. I'll just put the graph. Okay. The stock movement, if you take the stock movement, the stock behavior is something like this. Okay. So let's say this is your the quantity that you ordered to meet the demand. Okay, so what will happen, this quantity will be consumed, okay, over a period. Okay, then it will reaches the reorder level. Okay, so these stock levels I will discuss in another video. Okay, when it reaches the reorder level, then you need to place the order because there is a lead time. When you place the order at this particular time, okay, with this lead time your stock will reaches zero. As soon as it reaches zero, you will replenish your stocks to your to meet the annual demand. So this is basically the stock consumption. Okay, we don't maintain the same quantity over the period. We don't maintain stock quantity over the period. Okay, so therefore with the consumption, stock level will reduce. Stock level will reduce. So therefore when you calculate the holding cost, we can't calculate on the total quantity, the annual demand. Okay, so as a result of that, so what you need to do is, since the stock level reduces, okay, over the period, we need to take the average. So when you take the full inventory movement, full inventory level, the stock is maintained over the period, half of the requirement, half of the demand. So therefore, to calculate the holding cost, we should take the quantity divided by 2 times CH. So this is how you arrive in calculating the holding cost. Okay, to calculate holding cost, we need to take the average stock. So this is the reason behind why we take the average stock. Okay, average quantity. So when you take this formula, when you take this, when you simplify, how do you calculate the optimum quantity to be ordered? So let's assume, I will take an example. Let's say your annual demand is 15,000, and your ordering cost, I will say CO, is 15 per order, 15 per order, and your holding cost is 0.45 per unit. Now, if you take different stock levels, let's assume the company is going to order different stock levels, let's say 500, 1000, and 1500. These are the different stock levels. And let's identify what will be the ordering cost, what will be the holding cost, what will be the total cost. Okay, so with this, we will try to identify how we can minimize the cost. When you place the order, the quantity of 500, so what will be the ordering cost? The ordering cost is demand divided by the number of quantity times CO. So how much is the demand? Demand is 15,000. Okay, demand is 15,000, and the quantity that you are going to order is 500 times uh, per order cost is 15. So when you simplify, this cost will be 450. Okay, and what will be the holding cost? Holding cost should be calculated based on the average inventory times CH. So average inventory will be 500 divided by 2 times 0.45 per unit. Okay, so when you simplify this, that will be around 113, 113. So therefore, your total cost, inventory cost, will be 563, 563. Okay, this is the total inventory cost, total holding, uh, total ordering and holding cost. Then if you order 1000 quantity, okay, your demand is 15,000, you are ordering the same formula you had to use. You are ordering, your order quantity is 1000 times 15, so that will give you 225. This is 225. Then the quantity, ordering quantity is 1000, you take the average 0.45, so that will be how much? Again, that will be 225. The total cost will be 225 plus 225, 450. Okay, so as you can see, the ordering cost and holding cost are equal, same. Let's order 1500 and we'll see whether we can reduce the cost. Now cost has reduced, we need to identify the minimum, cost that will determine the optimum order quantity. Okay, 15,000 is the demand. Now you are ordering 1,500 times 15, so that will give you 150. As you can see, the ordering cost reduces 450 to 225, then 225 to 150, as you increase the quantity, the order quantity. Okay, the cost reduces. Okay. Now let's calculate the holding cost. As you are ordering 1500, so therefore average stock you have to maintain 0.45, so that will give you 338. Now here the trend is, as you increase the order quantity, your holding cost also increases, because when you order more quantities you need more storage facilities. If you don't have storage facilities, you need to rent out storage facilities. As you increase the quantity, your holding cost tend to your holding cost tends to increase. Okay, the holding cost will increase. So what is the total cost here? The total cost will be 488. So as you can see, so what's happening here? Now what has happened here? So you achieve a minimum. The cost is minimized at this order quantity, Okay. So therefore, at this order quantity, this is the economic order quantity that you need to order to minimize your cost. As you reduce the quantity to 500, your cost will be higher than this order quantity, which is 563 more cost you will have to incur. As you increase the order quantity, again your cost will increase. So therefore, the optimum order quantity that you need to order is 1000. So therefore, we can derive a formula rather than calculating different stock levels to identify the economic order quantity. We can derive a formula from these two equations. How do you do that? Okay, so we can say clearly, when you place this order, your ordering cost and holding cost should equal to achieve the optimum stock level. It should equal. Okay, so therefore your ordering cost d divided by q times co should equal to q divided by 2 times ch. Okay, so when you simplify this, how do you simplify? Let's take uh, when you simplify this is purely maths. Okay, so cross multiply this, 2dco time equals, when you cross multiply with this, q to the power 2 times ch. Okay, so now since we need to identify q, we'll take, okay, since we need to identify q square, so therefore what we can do is 2dco equals, we'll keep q square here. Since this is multiplication, so when you bring it here, it will be ch. Okay, so then since we need to identify q, when you take the q square to the other side, it will be square root of 2dco divided by ch. So this will be the formula that you need to use. Okay, so this will be the formula. If you use, you can arrive at economic order quantity. So simply we derive this equation based on these two basic equation, holding cost and ordering cost. Okay, so ordering cost and holding cost will equal should equal to reach the minimum cost as we explained here. So that there you can achieve the optimum stock level. Okay, so when you substitute to this equation 2DCO divided by CH, the square root, the economic order quantity, you should get 1000. So let's take 2 multiplied by the demand is 15,000 times ordering cost is 15 divided by 0.45 and take the square root. Okay, when you simplify this, you will get 2 times 15,000 times 15 divided by 0.45. Okay, so that will be the square root of 1 million. Okay, the square root of 1 million will be 1000. So this is the economic order quantity we derived based on this EOQ module, which is 1000 as per this calculation. Okay, the same formula should be applied in this question as well. Okay, so you are given the annual demand. Same equation, same formula should be applied to identify the economic order quantity in this question, because annual demand is given but you don't know, but the question is silent about the quantity to be ordered. Okay, so therefore let's apply the same formula. Okay, same formula, the EOQ is equal to 2DCO divided by CH to the power to the square root. Okay, you have to take the EOQ 2DCO divided by CH, uh, the square root. Okay, so let's take 2 times the annual demand is 95,000 times the ordering cost is 12 per order and divided by the holding cost is 3, then take the square root. Okay, when you simplify this, when you simplify this 2 times 95,000 times 12 divided by 3, so that will be 760,000 square root. So that if you take the square root of 760, that will be 871.77. So therefore we can say 872. Okay, the economic order quantity is 872, but this is not the answer. The answer should be how many orders should the company place per year. So the number of order is calculated based on the annual demand and the quantity ordered. Now we know the annual demand, the quantity order we didn't know, the question was silent about that. So now we calculated based on the economic order quantity formula, so which is 872. Okay, so therefore 95,000 divided by 872 will be 108.9, which is 109. Okay, so how many orders should the company place per year? It should be 109 orders. The answer is answer B. Okay, uh, let's move on to the next question. So I'll see you soon with another video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.